What should you do if you find yourself drawn to various forms of tennis, be it traditional tennis, table tennis, or even other racket sports? Hybrid racket sports now exist, combining elements and rules from multiple disciplines. Two of the most prominent examples are pickleball and paddle. Both are rapidly gaining popularity across the globe, growing at an astonishing pace. So rest assured, your interest in multiple racket sports isn't uncommon. Here in Kazakhstan, both pickleball and paddle have started to emerge as well. Interestingly, paddle arrived a little earlier, which is why today we'll be focusing on it in this episode of Sporting Marvels. I'm Madi Fazal, and I'll take you through this fascinating journey. Let's dive in.
Paddle tennis has been rapidly gaining traction in Kazakhstan in recent years, fueled by a growing interest in dynamic and accessible sports. The first courts emerged in Almaty and Astana approximately 6 to 7 years ago, introduced by local enthusiasts keen to familiarize the people in Kazakhstan with this unique game. The sport's introduction was further supported by international coaches who held masterclasses and demonstrated the rules of play. Over time, paddle began to attract both professionals from traditional tennis and amateurs seeking fresh and engaging activities. One of the key reasons behind paddle's rising popularity is its combination of simple rules and the appeal of being a family-friendly sport. Gradually, specialized clubs started to open and fitness centers began incorporating paddle into their sports programs. In 2021, the establishment of the National Paddle Tennis Union of Kazakhstan marked a pivotal moment, laying the groundwork for greater popularization and the organization of tournaments. Today, paddle continues to captivate audiences, particularly among the younger generation, thanks to its accessibility and entertaining nature. Kazakh athletes are now participating in regional competitions, paving the way for the sport's future growth. In the coming years, plans are in place to expand infrastructure and engage more players, ensuring a vibrant future for paddle in Kazakhstan. Many people assume that only athletes will take up the sport. In reality, we see a large number of people who have never held a racket in their lives or even participated in any kind of sport trying paddle. What's remarkable is how quickly they pick it up and how much they enjoy it. They even bring their friends along. Paddle is an ideal sport for office workers who have never been active before and find it challenging to start any kind of physical activity. In Kazakhstan, paddle is developing most actively in major cities such as Almaty, Astana, Shymkent, and Aktau. In Almaty, thanks to its favorable climate, paddle courts operate year-round, including both outdoor and indoor facilities. In Astana, the sport's popularity is growing through new sports complexes where paddle is becoming an integral part of club programs. The sport primarily attracts young people, active adults, and families who value its dynamic nature, accessibility, and social format. Yes, paddle is a sport that is much easier to pick up than traditional tennis. In fact, it's even easier compared to other new sports that often require extensive training before you can start playing. Here, many people can step onto the court without any prior training and immediately start playing and enjoying themselves. The racket is easy to control and the ball stays within the court, keeping the game active and engaging. That's why paddle is so fun. People truly enjoy it. Once someone plays even just once, it's almost impossible not to like it, and they often keep coming back for more. The rules of paddle are quite simple. The game is played on a 10 by 20 meter court divided by a net, with teams of 2 players each. The ball is served underhand and must bounce once on the ground before crossing the net. The balls surrounding the court are part of the game, adding an extra layer of strategy and excitement. Matches are played to 3 or 5 sets, similar to traditional tennis. Paddle is suitable for players of all skill levels, making it particularly popular among amateurs. For professionals, it offers an excellent way to stay in shape and refine tactical skills. In Kazakhstan, paddle is increasingly being incorporated into fitness programs, with coaches offering training for beginners and children. The simplicity of its rules and minimal equipment requirements make paddle an accessible sport for everyone.
Did you know that Kazakhstan already has a national paddle federation? Their goals are ambitious and well structured, to develop and popularize the sport domestically while competing and making an impact internationally. The federation aims to establish Kazakhstan as a key player on the global paddle stage. When it comes to promoting the sport, I doubt the federation will face any difficulties. Paddle has a way of captivating people from the moment they learn about it. At least, that's exactly how it happened for me. Let's explore how this exciting sport is making its mark right here on Sporting Marvels.
With the establishment of the National Paddle Federation, Kazakhstan has actively joined the global movement, becoming part of the international sports community. It all began with the efforts of early enthusiasts who recognized paddle's potential and were inspired by its accessibility and excitement. The sport quickly gained momentum in major cities across Kazakhstan, attracting both professionals and amateurs. The federation serves as the driving force behind paddle's growth in the country. It develops state-of-the-art facilities where players can train, compete, and simply enjoy the game. It also organizes thrilling tournaments that leave players both exhilarated and a little sore after the first set. Additionally, the federation is dedicated to enhancing the skills of coaches and referees, ensuring that everything operates at the highest standard. One of the Federation's greatest strengths lies in inspiring youth. Its programs for children and teenagers are a cornerstone of its mission. After all, who else will set records, triumph at international tournaments, and show the world that Kazakhstan knows how to excel at paddle? In our city, just like in Astana, every weekend brings club competitions. These are regular tournaments held at each club. One of the most exciting events we have is a tournament called Americano, which is a mixed-format competition where everyone plays against everyone. For more experienced players, we offer tougher doubles tournaments. Sometimes we organize other types of competitions, such as inter-club tournaments, where all the clubs compete against each other. Out of the 3 clubs currently operating in Kazakhstan, one will emerge victorious. We're optimistic that many more clubs will open soon, just as they have around the world, paving the way for even larger tournaments in the future. To play paddle, you don't just need an ordinary court. You need a true arena for sporting battles. Surrounded by glass and metal walls, the court ensures the ball is always in play, while the artificial turf provides excellent grip, making you feel like a pro. Paddle courts come in both outdoor and indoor formats, so neither rain nor snow is a reason to cancel your game. In Kazakhstan, there are already several professional courts, and their number is rapidly growing, just like the interest in this dynamic sport. In Kazakhstan, there are currently 2 main types of paddle facilities: outdoor courts and indoor courts. The only indoor courts are located in Almaty at ADD Paddle. For outdoor courts, there is the Maksat Club nearby, which also opened this year and is showing great progress. In Astana, there are both outdoor and indoor courts. The first ones to open in Astana have attracted skilled players who are developing rapidly and contributing to the sport's growth. All you need to play paddle is a racket and a special ball, which resembles a tennis ball but with lower pressure. However, the energy and excitement of the game are unmatched. Globally, major tournaments like the World Paddle Tour bring together the best players in the sport. Stars like Alejandra Salazar, Juan Lebron, and Pauline Roig dazzle audiences with their skills, inspiring thousands of newcomers. Kazakhstan is still taking its first steps on the global paddle scene, but the National Federation is actively laying the groundwork for our players to participate in international tournaments. Negotiations are already underway to host regional competitions in Almaty or Astana. These tournaments won't just boost the sport's popularity, but will also provide a great platform for discovering new talents.
I've already mentioned how rapidly paddle is gaining popularity worldwide. In Spain, for example, paddle has become as popular as football. This has led to some confusion, with people mistakenly believing that Spain is the birthplace of paddle. However, that's not how case paddle was actually invented in Mexico. The creation of the sport is even attributed to a specific individual, a Mexican man named Enrique Corcuera. The stories about its invention vary. Some say Corcuera decided to modify his squash court, incorporating elements from another racket sport. Later, tired of chasing balls that flew out of the court, he added another modification, this time borrowing from yet another racket sport. And so, the game we know now as paddle was born.
Paddle rackets are a work of art in their own right. They're shorter than traditional tennis rackets, and their smooth surfaces with perforations might remind you of an unfinished prop from a sci-fi movie. But don't be fooled. These rackets are carefully designed to provide the perfect balance and ease of play, while ensuring no one mistakes them for tennis gear. Paddle is played in pairs, making it inherently social. It's not just a game, it's a full-on party with a ball. Perhaps that's why paddle is the second most popular sport in Spain after football. The Spanish people know how to have fun, and paddle has become the perfect way to spend time with friends or colleagues. By the way, if you ever tell a passionate paddle player that it's just mini tennis, brace yourself for a theory lecture about how little you understand. Paddle has its own unique rackets, balls with lower pressure, walls that are part of the game, and serves that are always underhand. Where else in tennis can you smash the ball off a wall, set it back to your opponent, and have it considered a brilliant technical move? Paddle isn't small tennis, it's a whole new world. Paddle has nothing in common with mini tennis. It's a completely different sport. Although some internet sources describe it as a mix of tennis, squash, and table tennis, that's simply not true. The closest resemblance is to traditional tennis, as the rules, scoring, and even the court layout are quite similar. The balls, for example, look almost identical to tennis balls. Most people wouldn't notice the difference, even though paddle balls are slightly different. The net is also similar in appearance and height. What sets paddle apart is the court itself. It's enclosed, surrounded by walls made of glass, concrete, or mesh. When the ball hits these walls, the game continues. If the ball bounces off the floor and then hits the wall, players can play it off the rebound. This feature is one of the biggest differences from traditional tennis. Another key difference is the racket. In paddle, rackets are solid and stringless. Players appreciate paddle for its dynamic nature, ease of learning, and minimal risk of injury. It's a sport where physical fitness is just as important as the ability to think ahead, like chess but faster. The underhand serve makes the game accessible to everyone, while its unique mechanics turn every match into an exciting strategic battle where both power and cunning play a role. It's no surprise that paddle has become a favorite among families, friends, and even office teams. Each game is not just a chance to get some exercise, but also an opportunity to boost your mood and have fun. And for anyone who says paddle is just like tennis, they'll have to step onto the court to truly understand the difference. Many co-workers come together to the paddle center after work to play. The sport also attracts many athletes from traditional tennis. Unlike tennis, which is typically one-on-one, paddle is always played two-on-two, creating a unique and more engaging atmosphere. The use of wall rebounds extends the rallies, making the game even more dynamic and entertaining.
Он длится больше, каждый розыгрыш, и получается более прикольно.
To reinforce the key message, paddle tennis is not mini tennis, but a sport with immense potential in Kazakhstan thanks to its accessibility, versatility, and global popularity. The National Paddle Federation of Kazakhstan is actively paving the way for a bright sporting future by organizing tournaments, masterclasses, training sessions, and constructing new courts across the country. A special focus is placed on regional development, as the more courts there are, the more people will have the chance to experience this dynamic and exciting sport. ADD Paddle has ambitious plans to open numerous clubs, aiming to establish multiple locations in every city. Separately, there is the Federation, which supports anyone looking to open their own clubs and build your teams, women's teams, men's teams, as well as develop coach and referee training schools. Everything necessary for the growth is already being addressed by the Federation. The Federation has been officially recognized at the international level. Last year, we received approval from the International Federation, and this year we attended the World Championships as observers. I am hopeful that within 2 years, we will be actively participating in the World Championships as competitors. With the support of the government and private investors, Kazakhstan has the potential to become the hub of paddle in Central Asia. Our athletes aim to compete in international tournaments and host events that will attract players from other countries. This will not only elevate the country's prestige on the global stage, but also create opportunities for discovering new talents. If development continues at this pace, paddle could very well become one of the signature sports of Kazakhstan, inspiring people of all ages to lead active and healthy lifestyles.
What can I say about paddle? It's extraordinary. In fact, I'd confidently call it one of the most trendy and glamorous sports of our time. Paddle brings together people of all genders, ages, and walks of life. It's a sport that appeals to everyone. Here in Kazakhstan, paddle tournaments are held not only for professional athletes, but also for amateurs. In fact, there was even an international paddle match featuring representatives from diplomatic missions across 65 countries, an event that truly embodied the spirit of global sportsmanship. As I stand here in this modern, sophisticated and welcoming paddle center, I've come to one conclusion: I'll definitely be back. And if you are a resident of Almaty or just visiting, I wholeheartedly encourage you to experience it for yourself. I promise you won't be disappointed. I'm Madi Fazl, and it's been an absolute pleasure to bring you this episode of Sporting Marvels. Until next time, take care.